What did you do? Get him off me! Ah! This guy Hobgoblin now is poisoned by the same thing that was happening with Peter, and now his fear is all of these spiders on him. I seriously cannot wait till we find out, like, I guess the main villain of this whole story, because even Norman Osborn is like, the stuff that Hobgoblin and Kingsley is doing, it's not his character at all. This is Amazing Spider-Man issue 5, and I'm not gonna lie, I've been loving this run. I've been saying it all of this time. This is the end of the first arc, and honestly, it's like a 4 out of 5. It's pretty damn good. We start off at the Rand Corporation, where Hobgoblin is blowing up the roof. Peter's calling Brian saying, "Don't go to the roof, don't go to the roof," because Hobgoblin is there with the fire sword. You stuck your noses where they didn't belong. I'm here to cut them off. Hobgoblin grabs Maria's neck. Where's the cure? Who knows about the compound in Queen's Cola? And Maria is like, just me. And Brian's like, no. I'm the one. I found about it. No one else? No. This was a private matter. Just taking you two out will be easier than blowing up an entire building. This is when Peter shows up and breaks through the window. Guys, run, you two. Ching. Hobgoblin is asking Peter, are you still high off that drug, right? And Peter gets shocked. Throwing Peter on the ground. I mean, bro, he is getting his ass beat right here. To be fair, Peter is still on the hallucinations by a little bit on this chemical. But when Peter came in, he actually webbed all around him, so where Hobgoblin gets trapped. Get me out of here. Peter starts whipping the hell out of Hobgoblin's face. And how Peter cracked the code about this whole chemical thing, and how there has to be a cure, like your step 2 program, and sell that. That's why you're doing this, huh? For an idiot who dresses like a circus clown, you're pretty smart, Spider-Man. But so am I, hence I'm not in the habit of disclosing company secrets to my competition. Peter gets knocked back and hit by these goblin, I guess, sights, and he falls on the ground. Later on, Maria and Brian are running through the Rand Corporation, and she's texting, I guess, her husband or a significant other, saying that, yo, the Rand Corporation, we're being attacked. I gotta get out of here. Hobgoblin was gonna throw a pumpkin bomb there, but Peter shows up again and wails him in the mouth. Spider-Man starts putting him in a chokehold, but he's like, I can't do it. The strength, it's not there. Hobgoblin says, people always suffer, Spider-Man, but I will make them how I want them to suffer. We also get glimpses of when Spider-Man, or Peter I should say, and Brian were fighting these, I guess, bullies off, and how they became friends. The whole sky bridge starts breaking, and Peter has to jump off and save Maria. No, come here. You okay, miss? Yeah, I think so. All right, stay here. I'll fight off Goblin. Let's go. Brian shows up, right? And he has these like Pacific mushrooms. And I'm like, what is he doing with this? He throws the mushroom right in Hobgoblin's mouth. And then Peter drop kicks his ass. That mushroom is the chemical compound that Hobgoblin has been giving everybody in those drinks. And now he sees his horror, his nightmare of all these spiders. No, get him off. No. Those are bad mushrooms, Doc. Do we have a license for those? And while that's happening, Spider-Man is beating the living hell out of Hobgoblin. Eventually, Hobgoblin leaves, and he actually just jumps out the window and just dips. I'm like, yo, this guy is done. Now, Brian picks up his iPhone, right? And he's like, hey, Spider-Man, can I get a selfie? And Spider-Man's like, sure. After the whole fight, we see that Norman calls Peter and says, yeah, that chemical compound, I guess, there's the cure is like this anti-anxiety medication. It's been on the market for about 2 years. So they've been planning about this for about 2 years. And he thinks that someone else on higher up of Kingsley is doing all this, but he doesn't know, and he's gonna figure out who's doing it right now. Peter goes to Aunt May's house and gives her a hug, and it's like, hey, how you doing? And Aunt May is like, you've been distant with me. We need to start talking more, because I understand you have your privacy, but I don't want to be treated like your mom, but I'm basically your mom. The next issue, though, we're going to be seeing Black Cat show up again. I'm kind of indifferent on that. I wonder how the story is going to be told, but I like this Hobgoblin and then like this big story arc on who was doing this. Maybe it's Hellgate, that new villain, because we're going to be getting them in issue 6 or 7.